Basement Bookers Podcast.
What are you waiting for? It started.
Oh,
I said, Jesus, take the wheel.
you said
What do you
Jesus, not
think
Jeebus. All right, listen.
I misspoke.
Yes, you did. What's up, guys?
I'm a knucklehead.
Welcome to this knucklehead and that knucklehead and the Basement Bookers Podcast. We are here, episode 500. I don't even know. I am not counting. He is
It's over
Basement Chair.
500.
Right. He is the champ of the basement right now.
Dead
Basement Chair.
now and forever.
Kinda, sorta. He won the title from me at Bad Blood, which we are going to talk about here tonight.
Which you were medically cleared to compete for. You just weren't medically cleared to
Appear.
It's
an interesting little scenario there.
we did mail in. He mailed in. He never mails it in. He is the Rizzus Ballless Man. I guess he can't call himself the Rizzus Ballless Man. Kind of feels, I don't know. Actually, I've never given it that much thought past the. There's the words.
A little self-proclaimed, and I didn't proclaim. You proclaimed me that.
Because it's in your name. That apparently means something else now, which is crazy.
It's literally been my name since the inception of this podcast 11 years ago.
I don't want to talk about it.
Gotta go back to audio only.
Unrelated to being around for 11 years. We are now at 75 subscribers. So unrelated, of course.
We've only been doing the YouTube for a year and a
A
half.
little over a year, yeah. So it's a little over a year old. And happy birthday to you. Since you're a subscriber now, and even especially to you, subscriber number 80.
Thank you.
Thank you. You
And
too, subscriber 90.
And thanks to X for telling me that today is Dusty Rhodes' birthday. Thank you, Dusty.
Today's also Ricochet's birthday.
Okay.
There's a bunch of wrestlers' birthdays today. Today's Rhea Ripley's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Rhea.
I forgot who else it was, but it was
happy
a bunch of people.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
People.
If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's not your birthday, happy unbirthday.
I would have been like, if it was me and you did that to me, I'd be like, listen, we're talking about Dusty Rhodes' birthday, okay? Everybody else is secondary. It's Dusty Rhodes' birthday.
Did you know Cody Rhodes is his son?
And the crazy thing is, he didn't even talk about it. What a shitty son. On his birthday. Every other day.
Seriously.
But his birthday. I mean, technically, he doesn't get any more of those. I mean, they stop when you stop. But, you strike me as the type that would say happy birthday to Dusty Rhodes, So he didn't do anything. But it's good because people would just make fun of you anyway. Because that's how cynical people are.
That's just what people do.
They're like, wait, is he your father? I didn't. Good to know.
All right. Bad Blood review and stuff.
You know what though? If they really wanted, he shouldn't have been Cody Rhodes when he came in. He could have easily been Cody Rhodes' son. So,
Cody son of Rhodes.
I think Cody Rhodes' son. Cody Rhodes' son.
Rhodeson.
And in Japanese, he's probably Cody Rhodes' son.
Yes. Or guys, Cody-san.
Whatever. He's still. I don't know where I was going. So we got to talk about Bad Blood so I can go to sleep.
Yes.
And so the Hell in a Cell, right? That was
the opener.
That was the first match. It was a have knockers. No, this was a slobber knocker. The has knockers is match number 2. So for match number 1, which is a Hell in a Cell match, which I was hoping and I was pleading. I was like, please don't put Nia Jax and Bayley after this match, because any match going on right after this match was just knocking on death's door. They weren't gonna, but they hung in there. But that's later. The Hell in a Cell. Now, a lot of people are saying this is the best match of the year so far, which is that's an
October.
opinion.
Hmm.
That's an opinion. And it's in the top 20 for cage match rankings, if that means something to you.
Hmm.
And so so CM Punk, there's color.
Yep.
All right. So the first color is when Drew launches CM Punk like a
Hmm.
lawn dart. And Drew got busted open because of the tool chest thing.
Yep.
He didn't block in time.
By the way, very, very Brett Austin. That part.
It wasn't intentional though. Like he
Well,
was
the color wasn't, but that was a Brett Austin
they
spot.
did from what I understand, and I don't know they did give permission for a little gimmick, if you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So I believe Punk gimmicked,
Hmm.
but Drew Hardway.
Yeah.
And they were about to send a doctor in.
Hmm.
But because it's a Hell in a Cell, they're like, let's not do that. And they're like,
Just wipe his face off.
we'll use a towel. We'll keep track of Drew. Like if he feels start getting woozy,
Hmm.
then we'll call an audible and we'll do the finish.
Hmm.
We'll do the finish right away. That's what they said.
Hmm.
The internet. I don't know. Sources nowhere near the situation. WrestleVotes probably. I don't know. So that's what happened. There was a moment that my wife got taken out of the match. It's when Drew was in the GTS, maybe
Hmm.
some kind of hold, and he goes for the wrench, and he has the
Ah,
wrench.
it was
Like
the.
he has it too long in his hand for her
Hmm.
liking, and
Hmm.
she said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." So that's from someone who doesn't like watch like we watch.
Right.
Just so y'all know, it's not like the same thing. So that's what happened. That's what she was like. That took her out of the thing. So
Yeah, I could see that too because it's not. It's like you're in a hold. You have a weapon that's like a striking weapon. You hold it out here. The person can clearly see it, and you're just holding it there.
see
Use it.
my the thing I was like, well, what maybe the situation like you've lost a lot of blood.
Hmm.
You've lost a lot of blood. I don't recall how locked in the hold was where his head was. Like, was he him turning his head to try to get a good shot? Like, wouldn't he want to maybe he's taking his time a little bit to make sure he lands it? Because if he doesn't, he's fucked. That's like
Hmm.
his only way out. I don't know. You got to think about these things. I've never been in that situation before. I'm thinking like, what if he's disorientated. He's lost a lot of blood, and
Hmm.
he's like time passes differently. Maybe he was trying to land a good shot, not like eh. It's not like a sledgehammer wrench. It's not going to just instantly. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
just
In all
nail him in the
fairness,
side of the
coming
head.
this way, like let
Yeah,
me do this.
that's the
Coming
long
this
way.
way, it's like you're not going to have as much power as if you're coming this way.
Yeah, it's the
The
long way.
tricep has a lot more snapping power than the bicep.
Yeah, he's going the long way.
Hmm.
So, yeah, a lot of bumps here. I felt weren't good for the future. Drew McIntyre's going to have a lot of back problems, I
Hmm.
think, especially after this here. And he's
Yeah.
like a big guy.
Also, quick reminder: you had messaged me that CM Punk is on the some sort of like schedule. I don't remember the exact wording of it, but basically how he
The
comes
CM
back,
Punk
has a big match,
rotation.
and yeah, and then goes away for a couple months.
Yeah, I think this was, hey guys, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. See you guys after.
Ha!
And we'll talk about it. That's what that looks like to me.
Mm,
So yeah, he says he won, but at what cost? That's the story. It's like what did he leave behind there? He had to get like an oxygen mask, like he stumbled on his
yeah.
way out. So it's like, okay, like he didn't really win. He survived. Like he
Hmm.
didn't die, you know?
As a, I mean, really, as a Hell in a Cell should be.
Yeah. So Drew McIntyre was not on TV. at all. I don't think
Smart. Oh, he have 14 staples in his head.
something like that. Woe to whoever's got to deal with that later. I don't know. Like I don't even know what he does after that. Like if I would just give him a break. He's lost a lot of blood. We could just. I'm sure it's all back now, but maybe like fly
Yeah.
over to Scotland.
hmm
Go have a whatever it is that you have out there.
hmm
A
And
nest suit.
as we saw, Punk already lining up his next feud with Seth Rollins, or lining up his feud once. So Punk going away allows Seth time to deal with Bronson Reed, get past the kaiju, and
Who
Punk's in the wings.
cares?
Right.
Like he just lost to Braun Strowman. And with Seth's help, of course, but
hmm
and Bronson wasn't there, which is fine with me. Which is, that means it's 2 hours now. I think we should really save time. I mean, it was noticeable that it was 2 hours now. A lot of
Yep.
people were upset that Team Natty came out together and they didn't get separate entrances, to which I say, shut up. Because at least they got to be on TV and
There's that.
wrestle. Granted, they did throw them all together into a match,
hmm
but like there's like a storyline with all these people. So it makes sense that they're in a thing
hmm
and they're trying to save time.
This is another one of those situations where no
Too
one's
many
ever going to be
packages too.
happy because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, if they're all coming out individually, are they really a team?
But also there's like a lot of packages, like a lot of video packages and things that
hmm
we saw already at Bad Blood.
hmm
It's like, hey, if we only have 2 hours, the plebes could go to WWE.com and check out what they missed on Peacock, which is not a lot, I don't think.
hmm
I think
So
people would appreciate more if there was less of that shit and more new content.
yeah, seriously. So speaking of video packages, we saw this is the second week in a row, or second time at least, whatever, that we saw what looked like the letters PFR written in like flames.
It's War Raiders.
It is.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So for anyone that doesn't know, I didn't really research this, but my girlfriend recognized it as Futhark runes, which is a Viking handwriting, and PFR in that language translates to war.
Yeah, somebody shared that on WrestleVotes, and I said, like they said, oh, what could this mean? And all I wrote
Mm,
was war in all caps. And
Yeah.
not knowing what it said, I just knew that it was War Raiders, and their chant is war. So that's what I put.
Did you recognize it as like Viking
I know their
lettering?
runes.
Okay.
I just didn't know like what they meant.
I didn't. I didn't recognize. I recognized that as something. I didn't know specifically that it was Futhark Viking
I
writing.
watch a lot of shit,
Mm,
and there's a lot of Norse stuff that I watch, and I play a lot of fucking video games, man.
there
And
you
there's
go.
a lot of that shit. The,
So,
the God of War games, God of War Ragnarok, and just God of War.
mhm,
It's Norse mythology in that one. So, anywho, that's neither here nor there. Well,
of course.
that I thought the cage match was awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I really didn't think I'd like a CM Punk match that much, but I thank you, Drew McIntyre. So,
Thank you,
I
Drew.
mean, they both
Thank
did it.
you,
They
Drew.
both did it. They both did it. Don't email in. Email in.
Right. hmm
Email in. All right. Let's talk about Bayley versus Nia Jax. This was for the illustrious, fantabulous, super shiny, and destined to be mine forever until I say otherwise by picking poorly, the basement championship. Um, this was to me a no-brainer. But to Rich the Riz, I don't know, hope rang eternal, and it didn't. Explain yourself, sir.
I had
Since you
slept
weren't
two
able to
hours in.
explain,
I had slept 2 hours and 36.
this is amazing. I knew that you would do this. I knew that you would make excuses. I knew it. I knew it, and
I
the
still have
world
the bruise from the IV.
that could easily be from doing drugs, but we know you would never do that. So
Straight edge.
yeah,
Accidentally.
yeah. So it's bullshit that you're coming up with an excuse. You lost fair and square. You weren't rushed. You had plenty of time to give your prediction.
But Bayley's foot was under the rope.
Look, the referee obviously didn't see it. The referee's decision is final. I don't know if you're new to this, but like we always, like it's the referee's decision. It's got nothing to do with what we think is right.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? We don't have a council. We got to
I
go by the
know.
booking.
It just seems like every time you take the title back from me that it's something shady like that.
It seems every time it happens, you need to think it's shady. Like you need to think it's stolen from you. But when I think it's stolen from me, it's bullshit.
I will acknowledge that the ref botched.
Here's the thing.
Mm.
If the ref botched,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which I don't know. I don't know if the ref saw. I wasn't there. I was in your house. I was in your house, bad blood. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
right there.
I don't know. I wasn't. I'm not the referee. I'm not referee Jessica Carr,
Mm.
who had a Nia Jax on her back. Like, put yourself in her position. Like, was she in her right mind? Maybe her vision was blurred. She was still all woozy and wobbly. You know what I mean? Poor Jessica Carr. You know, how rich there is. You should be really more sensitive to women. You know, even tough women like Jessica Carr, they deserve our empathy, and she has that from me, and my appreciation for doing her job and putting my championship right where it belongs with me. Don't you agree? Otherwise, a great match. I thought, everybody did what they had to do there. Bayley tried, and Nia Jax put her over, brother. She said, "Look, she was tough, but I can beat anybody, pretty much."
Now he keeps doing the sit-up thing.
I mean, it's nice to do. Why not? And speaking of copying people, like Raquel Rodriguez, keep the glasses on. Because you don't know what you're doing with your eyes sometimes. Like they betray your impressiveness as this big scary figure. The eyes, I don't believe them. I don't believe your eyes. Sometimes you don't know where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like more. Are you nervous? It's nerves. You've been away for a while. You got all these people looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm projecting, but I think maybe you keep the sunglasses on. Maybe you took them off on SmackDown because you needed your vision for when Rhea clocks you, but you had them off at ringside. But I guess you wanted to watch the match. But I need more menacing. I need more fierce. I need you to lock in, but not like too scary, but like neutral, like there's no soul, like a doll's eyes.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Yeah.
Nothing there. I don't. Just emptiness. Nothing but pure, unadulterated anger for the
Just
woman
muscle for
that
hire.
put you on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle for hire, but business is pleasure.
Yep.
And you're in the business of pain.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't care who she has to beat up, so as long as there's zeros on the check.
Right. So Nia Jax is like, listen, I'm gonna beat Liv Morgan, and then Tiffy time, and she headlocks her. It's like you're gonna cash in on her because I'm bullying the shit out of you.
She's like big sister in her with like she was ready to give her noogies.
Look, this is gonna cost her. There's no way. There's
Right.
no way.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way. That she does it to Liv Morgan. These different stories here, brother. You can't trick me. It's not gonna work.
So I realize right now, Raw and SmackDown are on the same network. So the rules as far as who's on what show, out the window.
I mean, yeah. But I don't know what the rules are because like one of them's 3 hours now. You
Not
know
yet,
what I mean? Well, they
thankfully.
will eventually. They will be 3 hours. So I'm
Yes.
assuming the network is going to still want, decent names.
Yeah. So
Because Raw will be on Netflix after that.
yep.
So
they're probably going to do a draft. It'll be 3-2 for SmackDown as far as picks, like they did for Raw.
I don't know.
Shake things up.
I don't know. Like, can't she cash in and make it like a triple threat match and stack them?
Oh,
Like,
unify the women's titles.
maybe you don't got to unify them. Maybe you take them both and you have to defend on each show, and that's not going to last very long for her, unless she has friends. Which I think Tiffany Stratton should ally herself with Chelsea and Piper. Because they've been like stirring the pot between those two for a while, telling Nia, she should watch out for Tiffy. She shouldn't trust her because she's just waiting for her opportunity. Meanwhile, she's gonna be like, "Yep, I'm waiting for my opportunity. Want to help?" And then they could do that. But I think, what if she did it? What if she just stacked them? Like, would she be able to get both belts? And would that also make her the crown jewel champion, which should only be defended in Saudi Arabia, because that's how those belts are going to work? Unlike
if we even see it ever again.
I think we might, unlike the Royal Rumble Championship, whatever the hell they had, because they made these titles exclusively for there. So that means, like, what does that mean? Does that mean that Cody, if he's not the champion, has to defend the Crown Jewel Championship, or the Crown Jewel Championship is always battled over by the top men's and women's champions?
I think there's only 4 more years left on that deal, by the way.
They'll still probably, well, that's true. We don't know who's, but I think TKO will do it because they still do business over there. Like, if the money's good, why not? Like, if they're willing to pay.
2018 was the first crown jewel.
All right, in 2020.
Oh, that might have been the second event, because that was DX versus the Brothers of Destruction, and I know that
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of that match.
I know.
Is that from the Attitude Era? They didn't do Crown Jewel in the Attitude Era, Rich Deriz. So, you must have seen one of those 2K things where they like make dream matches and stuff like that. Sorry, they used that and they did the Crown Jewel background. That's why you thought it was probably a video game.
2018, they started. So this is year 7.
Okay.
So there's only a little over 3 years left.
That's enough time. Hey, there might not even be a planet left, so who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get positive here. Talk about, I guess, the next match. I guess we're done talking about the women's title picture here.
Yeah, Tiffy should stack them, get both belts, get all 3 belts.
Try
then, I guess.
something. Like,
yeah.
That's like, to me, it's like, wait, this is history. Why aren't you trying to make it?
100%.
Like, if you could get away with it, go for it. But you got to get past Raquel Rodriguez. That's why you got Piper and Chelsea. But the problem is where they are. I don't think they can have that many women together in a zone. I don't know what the rules are. So,
they had 5-on-5.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm sorry. I'm making jokes. I'm making jokes. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Ready for the next one. You got to answer, because then there's going to be
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't realize that was a question.
I'm leaving that in.
Perfect.
Right. Speaking of leaving it in, it's not over after this. Damian Priest and Phil Balor. Imagine his name is Phil Balor.
CM Balor.
Oh no, Phil Balor's better. All right. So, Damian Priest, Finn Balor. Obviously, Damian Priest won, but at what cost? Or did he win? Because Finn Balor's like, this is not over. It's not over till I say it's over. Whatever the hell. What do you think? Go ahead, take us through it.
Not over. It's just not over. It's Priest needs to run through the new Judgment Day.
The street trash. It's funny that he had to start with Balor, though. You would think he'd fight his way up to Balor, but I guess since there's no leaders, It's
Mhm.
Well, it wouldn't be alphabetical order. Could be Carlito, Dominic, and then Finn Balor,
And
and then
Finn, then
JD.
JD.
I know alphabets, bro. This isn't math.
That's right.
All right. Um, but yeah, honestly, I guess. I mean, I don't see what else Priest could do. I mean, during a press conference with the bad questions they were asking him, which, guys, I need your help here. If you're gonna go to these things, can you not ask like the same boring questions everybody asks? Because they suck. Like it's all like, "What's next for you?" And it's like, and then he says the thing, and then somebody's like, "What was it like to represent the blah blah blah?" I don't think that happened for him, but that's happened before. That always happens. It comes up. But how about this? Yeah, Basement Chair, Basement Bookers podcast. You really tore it down out there against Finn Balor. You really gave it your all. Fantastic match. I love the psychology in there. I'm really looking forward to you moving on and perhaps reclaiming your championship. But really, what the people want to know is who's your favorite serial killer and why? That's a question. And if
Question.
they're, and the answer has to be what? Anything else is not good. What's your favorite dinosaur? You have a favorite color? Do you like ever wear mixed match socks? Do you ever lose socks in the laundry? You know, Relatable things. What's
Yeah.
your favorite movie?
Mhm.
Are you going to go watch a movie? What do you like to do? How do you feel about X subject? What do you think about humidity? Does it suck? Hey, when you're out there and it's super hot, can you concentrate? I don't know, whatever. I worry
Yeah.
about slippery ropes all the time. Do you
All the
worry
time.
about slippery ropes?
Growing up, did you expect to encounter a lot more quicksand than you actually do?
That's a great question. I would ask that. Damian Priest in the
Mhm.
match he had against Finn Balor. What I know all bumps hurt, but which one do you look back on in that match hurt the most?
That's actually a good
Something.
one.
Well, I
I feel
think
like
they
that
were
is
all
that.
good, but that's a good one too.
Yeah.
So,
What's the worst standard move to take? It's probably a backdrop.
well, I asked it that way because I don't want them to like expose the magic or anything like that. Just like what hurt
Mhm.
more out there, like in that
Yeah.
match specifically, what happened,
Mhm.
like what hurt the most there,
Mhm.
or maybe he'll be like, oh, I can't. What if I do that, then he'll do it to me again. I don't know. Give me
Mhm.
something. You know,
Yeah. Mhm.
what kind of vitamins are you taking? I don't know. What's your favorite drink? What do you think about Pepsi? Pepsi or Coke?
How'd you get into such great shape so quick?
Yeah, because you were a fat motherfucker. Like, how did you? Like, you did good. Like, you transformed. It's like you walked into the Family Matters booth. Like Urkel,
Mhm.
Stefan Urkel. You would like that with Damian Priest.
Him, Gunter, and Tozawa.
They all went
Ridiculous
in. They had the
transformations.
serum.
Mhm.
Tozawa had to get what was left of it, so that's why he's still
He was among
fucking
the first.
six packing around here.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I guess that's it for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to this is obviously the Judgment Day and not Judgment Day block.
Yep.
So Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley with Dirty Dominic Mysterio in a shark cage. He didn't get out,
That he was shackled to for some reason.
so he can hang upside down, and Rhea Ripley can pinata him.
Yeah.
That was all that happened. Now we skipped a lot of stuff. Rhea Ripley won by disqualification. I don't believe that's what was supposed to happen because Liv was acting like she won. And when Raquel Rodriguez went in there and put Liv
Mhm.
on top of Rhea after she already lost by
Mhm.
disqualification, because she was told this is what you're going to do. Maybe she wasn't supposed to be seen doing it because it's like if the referee sees you, she's going to ring the bell. Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
so she probably had no choice.
Mhm.
They probably like, listen, you're going to have to ring the bell.
Yeah. Something definitely went wrong there. I mean, or it could have just been that Raquel put Liv on top of Rhea
Or they worked us.
symbolically,
They worked us, brother. Yeah, maybe she did symbolically, or she was super
and then
excited.
like Liv's celebrating because win or lose, she's still the champ.
She probably didn't even know she won.
So fun spot with Dom hanging and everything, and the pinata.
Yeah, I knew Raquel Rodriguez was coming back. I knew she was coming back. It was only a matter of time. She looks better though. She looks like she's getting better.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, keep the sunglasses on. It's better. You could be Big Bobby Cool or whatever the fuck you're doing. You do that shit.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Down with that. Yep.
All right, let's get on to the main event. Cody Rhodes teams with the Tribal Chief to take on Jacob Fatu and the Faux Chief.
He loves you, Solo.
That's right, the Faux Chief Solo Sikoa. Um, you know, we acknowledge this match. We acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
The real tribal
Uh,
chief.
Cody, look, the marching band doing your song was cool at the game where they did it at. And I get why you did it. I get the connection. This just wasn't it. I would appreciate if we never do that again. Like when you have music like yours, where it's itself is fine. You don't got you. I'm sorry, not everybody can pull off the orchestra like Roman Reigns.
Right.
Like it's just, and I'm pretty sure there was a lady that wasn't playing the drums. Like at one point, there's a lady and she's got it's the big drum that sticks with the thing, the giant thing on the end,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't look like she's even hitting anything. It's like they just got her out there. Watch it back, y'all know you'll know what I'm talking about.
All right.
You have to remember to do that. But
I'll
it looked
say
to me,
when they were surrounding the ring and all facing outward. Cool look and everything, right? Cool moment maybe, but from the audio perspective, you can't have your all the instruments pointing out because the instruments pointing that way, I'm not going to be able to hear. So it sounded weird.
oh, don't they have like audio engineers? Shouldn't they know that this is what happens?
Trying to
Sometimes
fix that on a board is really tough.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying somebody needs to say, yeah, this isn't going to work. We can't do this because of what you just said.
Maybe so.
It's simple. Some people need that. Some people need a guy to be like, I'm sorry, we can't. It's going to sound shit.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they didn't even consult the audio engineers. They're just like, okay, well, you would do it.
This looks cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean, you don't even have to be an engineer. It has to be somebody that knows about sound. You tell me our truth, they'll be like, hey man, uh, this ain't gonna work. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's not
yeah,
gonna work, dog.
it was nice of him to do it for them. You know, they did this thing and he got them out there for Bad to the Blood. I believe there was a botch. I'm not an expert in music, but I felt there was something just maybe that's what was because the facing different things and the
Mhm.
sound and all this stuff and the thing. So
So weird.
this is a house. A house
Yep.
is a home. This is your home. Like and subscribe. Basement Bookers Podcast. I don't know why I did that. A house is a home. Now you see, a house is also a home. Okay, and you can live in the home. This is your home. All right. So the tribal chief, the OTC, gets the cover,
hmm
and the referee. It looks like instinctually, like he had a memory lapse. He had brought the belt with him to
Ah.
like you could see it. And I'm like, wait a minute. And my wife's like, no, he was on the way to Cody or something. I'm like, I don't know,
Mm.
man. He had to do that for 4 years. You know, he's probably used to, you hear the music, Roman
Mhm.
Reigns, you raise the hand, you give him the belt.
Yeah.
The formula. It was going on for 4 years.
hmm
So you can't blame the
Muscle
guy.
memory.
I mean, yeah. Muscleberry.
It's Pavlovian at this point.
So
You're-
Jimmy Jimmy.
He called the shot.
He came out there. He helped Roman Reigns. He
Mhm.
took care of that solo business, but still got on SmackDown. I like as soon as like Solo versus Jimmy, I'm like, they really brought Jimmy back to lose on his first match. Why would you put him against Solo first? You usually have to like work your way up to the boss.
Mm.
You know, you could have at least given him Tamatonga. I'm sorry. You could have at least given him Tongaloa. All right. You could at least
Right.
given him Tongaloa. At least that. And
Yeah.
then you're like, all right, then you're fighting me. You
Mhm.
know, fine.
Then Tamatonga, then Jacob.
Well, yeah, if you want to drag it out. But they could probably just beat him up after anyway. Like
Mhm.
they didn't. So they. All right. So just to skip ahead a little bit to SmackDown before I forget about it,
Mhm.
Jimmy and Roman are laying at the end of SmackDown. But at
Mhm.
the beginning, Jimmy's like, yeah, we need help. I know who we could talk to. And Roman's like, no yeet.
No yeet.
And to prove Jimmy's point, that's why the end happened.
Yep.
And it's, but Roman said he doesn't have a wise man.
Mhm.
And he's not a wise man
Mhm.
yet. So that is another learning experience. But you would think he would know a little something about the numbers game, seeing as that what he did for 4 years.
Didn't he say he wrote the book on this? He wrote
Yeah,
this playbook.
he did. Yet he still fell for it. Like, not that he fell for it, like he saw them, but like, why don't you bring a weapon?
Mhm.
Like, why are you above chairs now all of a sudden? Like, when it's two and them, like, you know. But the whole thing is to show them, okay, yeah, we need Jimmy.
Mhm.
And yeah, we need this. And then it's gonna get to Survivor Series. I don't think they're gonna do anything at Bloodline like at Crown Jewel. Unless they do, in which case, whatever, I'll eat crow, you know.
Could they could do Roman and Jimmy versus the Tongans for the tag titles.
I think it's early for that.
But it seems like what's going to
Feels like
happen
a WrestleMania.
next week, right? Next week we
Yeah.
got a new tag team coming in.
Motor City Machine Guns.
That's right. Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen them because Impact doesn't have TV in New York somehow, or they're not on networks that I have access to for whatever reason. It's,
Talk to your boys at YouTube TV.
yeah, seriously.
Different department.
Right. So it's been a while since I've seen them. I hope they're as fast as they used to be. If you haven't seen them, they're a great tag team. I've been a fan of them since they first
They're
teamed up.
probably not going to be as fast as they used to be since you have to
Probably.
slow down.
I've been an Alex
You
Shelley
know.
fan since the paparazzi days.
I
Okay,
don't know what the fuck you're
paparazzi
talking about,
productions.
but they will.
Right. Right. They will. Manny will. I know Manny will. Manny's been TNA guy for a long time.
Yeah, still to this day.
Paparazzi Productions. Back when in the OG X division when Kevin Nash first came in and all that and everything. And Alex Shelley was part of the X division separately. Chris Sabin, part of the X division separately from Alex Shelley, and then they eventually made this tag. Anyway, looking forward to it. I don't think the Machine Guns win tag titles from the Bloodline yet. This is still the Bloodline show.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to work their way up, aren't they?
Machine Guns versus DIY is going to be the match.
That's about the only match I can think of.
They're going to face the Street Profits, but
I know, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be like number 2. And
yeah.
then there's not a lot of tag teams on SmackDown. Like, Pretty Deadly doesn't wrestle, really.
There, yeah.
And Theory
Nia
and Waller
scared them
weren't
away.
on this week, so they're probably selling NXT. Did you see NXT?
Not yet.
Oh my God, bro, there was a title change. Can't even talk about it. Fuck. All right.
I mean, you tell me, it's fine.
The ruler is not the ruler. Fucking Discount Garuch is the fucking North American champion. He beat
I did hear about
Femi
that.
clean.
That's crazy. Like, I gotta see that.
I thought the promo was great because Oba said that because like Don's like, I got all these people behind me and they believe in me, forget about it. And Oba's like, all of these friends, they cannot fight for you. And I was like, oh my God. They can't fight for you, bro. You're gonna have to fight me. And he fucking beat him.
Damn.
So I'm not gonna tell you how because I don't remember, but I know
You said it was clean, so it was clean.
it was clean, but I was in shock. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Oba was dominant.
he said he was inevitable.
Hmm.
You shouldn't say that because
Like he's
then
the
the
Thanos.
hero wins. Yeah. I hope he goes after Trick or Ethan Page. Or Trick,
Yeah, Trick's champ. They showed him on.
Yeah.
They showed him on SmackDown.
Trick's
But maybe Oba comes up.
I don't know about that.
Give him a mouthpiece.
Why does he need a mouthpiece? He can talk.
He's not bad.
He can talk. I understand him perfectly.
It's been a few weeks, but like he's not still just not great on the mic. It's not a language barrier thing. It's just he's not great on the mic yet.
He's good-ish.
Not as good as Trick. Not as good as Mello.
Yeah, because he has to make his accent real thick. His accent's really not that thick.
I believe it.
Like there was.
You mean it's like Jafakin?
Not like that. He's actually from there. Like he's from the country. He's from Nigeria, I think. Couple things like WWE texted him to recruit him. He thought it was bullshit that he found out it was real, and he went for it. But there was an interview. Someone was talking to him. This was before. It was during like a Level Up or something. Somebody shared it on X, and he could talk regular. Like he doesn't have to have his accent that thick if he doesn't want to. That's something they told him to do.
They should,
or maybe that he decided to try. But he can talk like he's, from like next door.
Yeah.
I
feel like overemphasizing and
I like this accent, huh?
It's not bad, but I feel like overemphasizing an ethnicity is a little 80s.
I guess so, but if it's what you want to do, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
it's not like you got. I need you to go out there, and I need more of the stereotype. I need that.
Yeah,
give it to me.
Like when they made Apollo Crews do it, right? When he went heel.
No, that was ridiculous. That was not him. That was Vince, probably.
Like 2 weeks ago, you were talking like this, and now you're doing the thick Nigerian accent.
But with Oba, that's the way he's been since he's been here. Not on Level Up, but still.
Yeah, and Kofi was Jamaican.
Yeah, but he's not actually Jamaican.
I know.
Oba's not actually faking his nationality.
I know.
Like he could speak that way if he needed to. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think that he's using it positively. Like everybody likes him.
Good.
And it goes with his character.
At
least to me.
So maybe that's why he did it, for the character.
Maybe, I don't know, but
that's what it is. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, because it's like a big, like this monster, and he sounds like an African warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like he's out for war and shit.
Where the hell's Omos, by the way? Is he on speed? He must be on speed.
I don't think he's taking any drugs. But you're saying WWE Speed. Yes. I'm not sure.
Yes.
I don't watch Speed really, but I do know that Candice LeRae is the Speed Women's Champion. So there goes your secondary Women's Championship, guys. You finally got it. You got that Speed Championship.
Yeah.
She defeated Io Sky for the first time in her career. She defeated Io Sky and became the Speed Champion. So congratulations to Candice LeRae. You earned it.
It's a big W.
Yeah, huge. Some might even say. Now, Bad Blood was not over.
Nope.
Because they went to kick Cody's ass. And then Roman wanted to leave, and Jimmy's like, "Look, man, we got to help him. Let's go. It's me and you together. We're gonna save the day." They
Mhm.
saved the day, and what do you know? If you smell, finally the Rock, finally the
Finally, The
Rock,
Rock.
finally the Rock. Obviously, this is before Dynamite Rampage,
Right.
before he showed up there to hit Brody King in the face with his own body.
Yep.
The Rock showed up to stand there and to leave and say "Final Boss" and The Rock a bunch of times. Pointed at some trucks, still respect for Cody's dad.
Mhm.
Love you, hate your son.
Mhm.
Him and Austin. He's like, Cena, go eat some Fruity Pebbles.
Mhm.
And like the angle on that truck, he looked like a meme, John Cena. Like it
Mhm.
looks silly. And yeah, that's all he really did. He did nothing. But apparently they recorded a Raw after Raw, and The Rock was on there.
Huh.
Like he showed up, but I don't know if he said anything or did anything. Like he did at the end of Bad to the Blood. So
They recorded a whole episode of Raw after this week's Raw.
yeah, I think so because there was like footage of him at Raw, and it didn't happen on TV. So I
Huh.
think they did another taping or something. Maybe they're gonna be somewhere else.
Mm.
I don't know. But The Rock with his
Finally.
the people's belt that
Mhm.
given to him by Muhammad Ali's wife, which he gave to Muhammad Ali's wife to give to him.
Yes.
Um, I said last week by myself, I said that The Rock is not going to like the fact. See, Cody broke The Rock's heart,
Mhm.
and Roman Reigns helped Cody Rhodes. He teamed up with Cody Rhodes against family.
Mhm.
I don't think The Rock's going to take too kindly to that.
Ah. Rock wants family unit to be
You
one
don't
unit.
know. You don't know what The Rock wants, actually.
I don't, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, like I don't know what The
I'm
Rock wants.
speculating.
I'm just going off what The Rock said to Cody that he hates him, that he broke his heart.
Mhm.
So I think, and he didn't take. He took that match from Roman and The Rock,
Yeah.
not just The Rock. He took it from Roman also. So that's where Rock's gonna. And that's not the only side of that. There's too much going on because Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes and the fans caught it. They didn't even do a gimmick. They
Right.
just did it where people recorded it with their
Mhm.
fucking phones.
Which they knew people would do. But then Kevin Owens tonight on SmackDown said Cody turned on him.
Yeah. Well, he's right from his point of view
Mhm.
because he's still helping Roman against the bloodline, which is
Is
technically his problem too. But is it though? You could have, mind your business.
I wonder, do you remember how I know the answer. I know that you remember how, but I gotta say it this way. Do you remember how Bobby Heenan was always anti Hogan, and then when Hogan joined the NWO,
He knew it.
Heenan's like, I knew it, and he was still anti Hogan even though Hogan was a heel.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're trying to do that with Kevin Owens, to where see your team with Roman.
He's a
I
heel.
still don't like Roman.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what side of the fence you think he's on. Why does it have to be a fence? I don't like Roman. Roman
And
did a bunch
Roman,
of shit to me that I
yeah.
don't like.
And Roman hasn't changed.
Right. Exactly.
Roman said he hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'd leave it at that. But
mm-hmm.
it's not just that because Cody comes out and he wants to fight. But
Mm-hmm.
then all these mooks and
Mm-hmm.
black shirts come out and they think that they could just separate people. And then
Mm-hmm.
Randy comes out and Randy's like, Cody, calm down. And everybody makes emphasis, oh my God, Randy's being the voice of reason. And like, I don't need Nick Aldis to say, look at you being the voice of reason. Like, I fucking understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to say that. The announcer already maybe said that. I don't know. But I
Probably.
was thinking that. It's like, oh shit, Randy's being the voice of reason. Like, I didn't
Mhm.
need somebody to tell me that shit. But he was being the voice of reason. He goes in to cool Kevin Owens down, but then he joins them separating.
Mhm.
Randy's behind him,
Mhm.
and uh, KO elbows him,
Mhm.
and Randy clocks him like with authority because
Yep.
he winds up in the corner and he just leaves or whatever.
Not with the Authority. That was years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause here. I gotta go to the bathroom. Sorry, I can't
Okay.
shit my
All good.
pants. So KO gets clocked and he's like upset. Like he couldn't believe, just like that, he couldn't
Mhm.
believe that Randy had did that to him.
Mhm.
So as you mentioned, the Motor City Machine Guns, we fast forward. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, Chris Sabin an hour ago tweeted, "Hello there."
Ah.
So, and allegedly, according to WrestleVotes, um, their travel was set for the October 25th SmackDown.
2 weeks.
So maybe, I don't know, but hey, maybe it's both. I don't know. So, and it's Brooklyn. That's the one they're going to be at, allegedly, but they'll be at both. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, you know we're a good crowd.
Yeah. So, what I was saying, okay, so there's an argument between the Street Profits and DIY,
Mhm.
and it's going on for a long time. So I'm like, all right, so is something going to happen? Is he going to yell, all right, there's going to be a match, blah, blah, blah? No.
Nope.
So Nick Aldis' attention is being attracted by some workmen that are not good at getting his attention because it took a while.
Mhm.
And he's outside, and Randy Orton is getting his ass beat by Kevin Owens.
Mhm.
And the gist of it is that Randy picked a side,
Yeah.
according to Kevin Owens,
He
because
said he picked the wrong side.
Randy didn't seem to me like he was picking a side. He said he was going to go talk to to KO to calm him down when
Mhm.
he was talking to Cody at the bus with Aldis.
Mhm.
So, all right, we're gonna do it's Cody KO again for the next whatever it is, whatever's after Crown Jewel, I guess. Or like they could have even a match on regular SmackDown or something. Like who knows?
What is after Crown Jewel? It's not Survivor Series already, is it?
I
After
don't.
Crown Jewel is Survivor Series.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see. He could be in a Survivor Series match. I don't know. Um, actually, if SmackDown's War Games is going to be Bloodline, so it'll probably be Cody versus Kevin Owens in Survivor Series,
Mhm.
unless it's Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, and Randy Orton didn't pick a side,
Mm.
but you kind of forced him to pick a side, so I don't know how this is going to go.
Doesn't Randy hate triple threat matches?
I don't know, but like if you ask him to,
I
and you're
remember.
Triple H,
Well, yeah.
he'll do it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. Make it a singles match. I don't care how you do it, but it's something's going to happen.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was the all the news really for the week that I remember of stuff. For Monday, like you know, whatever, it was 2 hours and it was great. It was the best 2 hours you could get. Gunter won like we all knew he would. Good on
Yep.
WWE for making a poster with what if Sami Zayn, because then it's not like you looked over the guy. It's like there's a chance it could be Cody versus Sami Zayn.
And that was the least confident looking photo of Sammy ever. He was like,
Yeah, it's like what poster is that from? What'd you
mhm.
copy paste that from?
Mhm.
Look, Gunter, he's on another level, and now he's got to focus on Cody. And I
Yep.
wonder if Cody's going to be on Raw again. Since they got to do the build. They already had Liv on SmackDown. You
And
know,
Gunther could come to SmackDown too.
I know, but we just had SmackDown. I'm talking about next week.
Oh, this coming Raw. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's all good. But yeah, War Raiders are coming back. Uh,
under
Great.
Triple H. That's promising.
It sure is. No more magic turkey legs, and no more shields and fucking axes. You really don't need to do that.
Unless that's their idea.
Unless
I
that's their
wouldn't
idea, which is
mind.
fine with me.
Yeah, if that's
Fine.
their idea, great.
Yeah.
Live your dream.
Yeah, live your dream because your
We're
dream.
we're living ours.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Rich Torres, I think we got to go home.
All right.
I want to go home.
All right. Throw your comments down below. Let us know what you thought of Bad Blood, of Raw, the 2-hour Raw this week. What did you think of the pacing? I thought the pacing was a little odd, but let me know. Let us know down below. SmackDown, all the segments, all of this and that and the other thing. What do you think of Raquel Rodriguez's return? Liv always doing that laugh when she says something. Let us know down below.
Yeah.
All the links down below. It's all on the Patreon. Got some exclusive content there if you want to chuck in a buck. Appreciate you. And Joe's got a party message.
What you think? You the question for me in there. What do you think about Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Shakara Jackson and the late what's the other lady's name? The giant from that was an
Lash
NBA.
Legend.
Okay, yeah, Lash Legend, and yeah, that was the surprise to me because Kevin Owens, when he came out, was during their entrance, and of course they weren't going to beat Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. That's why I didn't bring it up before. What you think of that match? Was that cool? That was fun. And who should beat them, if anybody? I don't know. Email in, whatever, all the things. The match of life is scheduled for one fall, and make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers. Like and subscribe, please, and thank you.